So in the before report, we have to call the init to initialize the profile values. In the after report trigger to remove that memory. Okay, just to save the memory, nothing but flushing the memory. Okay, so and we have to keep in the custom tab reports and the US folder and go with the registrations, create executable concurrent program and submit a program. And we discussed 5 triggers in the report builder before parameter form, after parameter form, before report, between pages, and after report trigger. Okay. So today we'll go to new one. Yeah. So today we'll discuss data migration. Okay. So in the data migration, the client will use the multiple applications in real time. Yeah. They will use the Oracle applications with some other applications. Maybe they're using the SAP or Salesforce or data, anything we working other than the Oracle applications, we can call it as the legacy. Okay. So with that legacy, they're going to create the transactions, nothing but the data. Once you click on the save button, the data will come to Oracle applications and vice versa. So sometimes the data will move from the legacy. Legacy means any third-party applications. So, okay, not only the Oracle apps, forget about that Oracle apps. We are the Oracle developers. May the client will use the third-party applications. Okay, na? Like maybe if you go to shops, they're using some third-party applications to maintain the transactions, like a Salesforce, anything. Yeah. Okay. So whenever they enter the data in the third party or maybe some front-end systems, the data will go to Oracle-based tables. So that's process we can call it as the inbound interface. So sometimes we are going to extract the data from the Oracle database and to send the data to third-party people. Okay, so that process we're calling it as the outbound interface. We have two type of data migration. One is we are getting the data from the legacy. Legacy means any party, any software or any technology other than the Oracle applications because our core technology is the Oracle. Any technology other than Oracle applications, we're calling it as the legacy. Like an example, may you can call it as SAP or Java, .NET or Salesforce or CPQ, anything. Maybe .NET also or AutoCAD, Pro E, any software. You know? So because we are working for the Oracle application, this is our core system. Oracle application is our core technology. Apart from that, any technology we are calling it as the legacy or third party applications. So if you are getting the data from the third party, that process we are calling it as the inbound. We have to move the data to Oracle tables. And sometimes we are going to extract the data from the Oracle and sending the data to third party people. So that process we are calling it as the outbound interface. So coming to inbound interface, we'll use the SQL star loader. With that, we are going to load the data into Oracle tables. So coming to outbound, we will use the UTL underscore file. With that, we are going to extract the data from the tables. EBS means always tables, database, and extract the data and put into some file, maybe a text format or PDF or Excel, then our XML file and send the data to third party people. That process we are calling it as the outbound here. So today we'll discuss the UTL file. It's for outbound interface. It's a simple one, yeah. It won't take much time. But a SQL loader, it's a complicated process. We will discuss on Monday. So for inbound purpose, we are going to use the SQL loader to load the data into Oracle tables. Example IRCTC. Whenever you make any booking, so you guys will log into IRCTC portal and make the booking. Once booking is done, then the data will transmit to EBS through the SQL loader. So this is a real example, yeah. Okay, na? Or maybe if you make any flight bookings, the data, there's a flights are in the front end systems like a Java or PHP. So once booking is done, yeah, end of the day, the data will go to Oracle applications. If any cancellations, I need to work on the refund and I need to know how many bookings happened today. So everything will be in the back end, like EBS. Okay. So in that case, we have to move the data from third-party applications, nothing but front-end systems to Oracle applications and vice versa. We're moving the data from Oracle applications to third-party systems. So today we'll work on the outbound interface. We are going to extract the data from the Oracle tables and generate a file and send the file to third-party people. Yeah. So that process we're calling it as the outbound interface. So for that we'll use the util underscore file. It's a utility. UTL stands for utility. It's one of the package or we can call it as the API, application programming interface. So with that, we can create a file and we can write the data also. So, you know. So we'll work on that, yeah. UTL file for outbound interface. So it is used to extract data from Oracle and generate a file and send it to legacy system. That means the third-party applications like a Java or SAP or .NET or Salesforce. So nowadays most of the clients are using the CPQ. CPQ also one of the third-party systems. So okay, na? So regarding that here, as a developers, first we have to get the directory path. So we are going to create a file. In that file, we are going to write the data. Example, I want to send my purchase orders data to third party people. Whatever the POs I created in my EBS. Otherwise, whatever the F&D users are there in my table, I want to send the data to some SAP system. So I want to create a file in my server. So where I need to generate that path. So you can't generate in your own path here, like a pivot top or AP top or custom top. That is a limitation. Coming to UTL file, we can't generate in our own path, like a pivot top, AP top. So you have to get one path here by writing the SQL statements. So before start working on the outbound interface, we have to execute this statement. This statement will give one server path. There only you can generate. So maybe suppose some client asks you, you have to generate in the pivot tab. That is not possible. Oracle will not support that here. So Oracle, there are some limitations are there. Okay. So first we have to write this SQL statement and get the directory path. So once you get the directory path, then start the developing a procedure. Okay. So develop a procedure, then compile the procedure. Already we came to know how to compile. Then log into Oracle applications, create executable. The execution method is the PL SQL. So already we okay, now work on that. Then create a concurrent program, attach concurrent program to request group. Then go to your responsibility, submit a program through SRS window. So once you submit a program here, the file will generate in this path wherever you're going to generate the file. Okay. Na? So you have to go to WinSCP and to go to that particular path. Then check the file. File is generated with the proper data or not. Suppose if the file is generated with the proper data and send that file to the third party people. Maybe the mail transfer by sending the mail, or maybe sometimes we have access to their server. Then connect it to that server and drop the file into their folder. So finally, we're going to complete the task here. Okay. So coming to outbound interface, so we have to get the server path. So write a SQL statement, select a value from $v parameter. It's Oracle table here, nothing is there. One of the Oracle table where name equal to, please use in the lowercase here, util underscore file underscore day here. So whenever you execute this statement, it will give some path. We have to use that path to create a file. Then next we have to work on the procedure. In the procedure, we are going to call the package util underscore file. That means API. With that util file package, we are going to create a file. We are going to write the data. So later we'll discuss how to develop a procedure. Then compile the procedure or click on the run statement. Then log into Oracle applications, create a new executable. The execution method is the stored procedure. Then create a new concurrent program, attach program to request group. Then finally how to submit a program through SRS window. Once you submit a program, the file will generate in the server. So one thing here, so till now we developed three programs, three concurrent programs. Whenever you run any concurrent program, by default, Oracle will generate two files. One is the output file. I think you're good on that. The second one is the log file. Listen here carefully. Whenever you submit any concurrent program, the Oracle will generate two files. One is the output file. The second one is the log file. So today our requirement here, I don't want output file. I don't want log file. I want to generate my custom file. It's the output and log file is controlled by the Oracle. I can't generate in my, okay, na, with my proper format. Like I want to generate in the PDF or something. Okay, na? So some restrictions are there. So that's why here we can use the UTL file. So with that, we are going to generate in the particular directory path. From that, we can pick the file and we can send that file to the third party people. So that's okay. Na? Apart from this V output and V log, so we are going to generate our custom file, our custom one. So There's a flexibility there. Yeah. So today we'll discuss how to generate our own file apart from the V output and VLOG. So any queries here? The
సార్
little
అంటే
complex. చెప్పండి.
సార్ ఒకటి ఇప్పుడు మనం జనరేట్ చేస్తాం కదా ఫైల్ వరకింగ్ ఫైల్ అది మనకు లెగసీ సిస్టమ్ కు జావా శాప్ నెట్ డాట్ నెట్ సేల్స్ ఫోర్స్ అన్ని దానిలో సపోర్ట్ అవుతుంది సార్.
సపోర్ట్ అవుతుందంటే కనుక ఇప్పుడు ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అలానే నువ్వు థింక్ చేయకు. వాళ్ళు ఏ టెక్నాలజీ యూజ్ చేస్తారో మనకు కావాలి. అంటే ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ వాళ్ళు మాకు XML ఫైల్ కావాలనుకున్నారు అనుకోండి. నువ్వు
ఓకే.
ఆ విధంగా నువ్వు కోడ్ రాసుకోవాలి. సపోజ్ వాళ్ళు నాకు టెక్స్ట్ ఫార్మాట్ కావాలన్నారు. సో డిపెండింగ్ అపాన్ దేర్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ వాడు చెప్తాడు క్లయింట్ నాకు ఇలా కావాలి అని చెప్పేసి. సో యాజ్ అ డెవలపర్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు వర్క్ ఆన్ దట్. అది అది వాళ్ళకి వర్క్ అవుతుందో లేదో మనకు తెలియదు. వాళ్ళు మనకు చెప్తారు ఇలా కావాలి మాకు అని చెప్పేసి.
ఓకే.
సో మనకు రిక్వైర్మెంట్ మనం గ్యాదర్ చేసుకుంటాం కదా శ్రీనా. ఆ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ గ్యాదరింగ్లో వాళ్ళు చెప్తారు మాకు పలానా ఫార్మాట్ కావాలి, మాకు పలానా కామా సపరేటర్ కావాలి. కొందరు వచ్చేసి మాకు పైప్ డిలిమిటర్ కావాలంటారు వాళ్ళు. అంటే సపరేటర్ అంటాం మనము. దాన్ని బట్టి మనం డెవలపర్గా డెవలప్ చేసి వాళ్ళకి మనం ఫైల్ పంపించాలి. కొందరు వచ్చేసి మాకు ఈ సింబల్ ఉంది కదా ఇలా. ఓకేనా. సో డిపెండింగ్ అపాన్ దేర్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్. యా. ఓకేనా. యాజ్ అ డెవలపర్ వీ షుడ్ వర్క్ ఆన్ దట్. ఇట్స్ కాల్డ్ యాస్ ద
ఓకే.
డీలిమిటర్ ఆర్ సపరేటర్. ఒక ఫీల్డ్కి ఇంకో ఫీల్డ్కు సపరేటర్ అంటాం మనం అది. చాలా మంది కామా యూజ్ చేస్తారు. మేము కెన్ గో విత్ ద డిఫరెంట్ ఫార్మాట్ ఆల్సో. కొందరు ట్యాబ్ ట్యాబ్ ఉంది కదా, కీబోర్డ్లో ట్యాబ్ స్పేస్ వాడతారు.
ఎస్ ఎస్.
సపరేటర్.
ఓకే సార్.
ఎక్కువ వచ్చేసి కామా సపరేటర్ ఉంటాయి మనకు.
ఓకే అంటే సిఎస్వి ఫైల్స్.
సిఎస్వి కామా సపరేటర్. అది మనం ఈరోజు జనరేట్ చేద్దాము. సో వర్క్ చేద్దాం ఇది. హౌ టు గెట్ ద సర్వర్ పాత్ అండ్ హౌ టు డెవలప్ ప్రొసీజర్. దిస్ ఇస్ ద కాంప్లికేటెడ్. యా. ఇక్కడ మనకు టైం పడుతుంది. బట్ ఎనీవే ఓకేనా. వీ హ్యావ్ టు రైట్ ఎ కోడ్. తప్పదు ఇంకా అది మనము. ఓకేనా. వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు లెర్న్ దట్. సో పుట్ హెడ్డింగ్ యా ఫస్ట్. పుట్ హెడ్డింగ్ util underscore file for outbound interface. Put heading util underscore file for outbound interface. util underscore file for outbound interface. And, first step one get util underscore file server path. Step 1, get util underscore file server path. util underscore file server path. Open SQL developer. Open SQL developer. Open SQL developer. Open SQL developer. ఫస్ట్ చూడండి, తర్వాత రాదుర్లేండి. జస్ట్ లుక్ ఇన్ టు మై స్క్రీన్. సెలెక్ట్ వాల్యూ ఫ్రమ్ $v parameter. $v parameter is the table name. It's one of the Oracle table where name equal to, please here, don't write in uppercase, you have to write in the lower case. util underscore file underscore dir directory, then control enter. It will give some path. Yeah, you can use this path and any one of the path. Multiple are there. You can may generate in the, if you want you can copy and paste here. You can generate here maybe this path also. Suppose the client asked you to generate in the pivot top, the impossible. Okay, I want to pivot top 12.0.0, then outbound. He will create one folder and he will send a mail to, okay na, generate in this path. Then that is the limitation. We need to check with the DBA, yeah, whether it is possible or not. So that is the main limitation of the UTL file. So whatever the path suggested by the DBA, in that path only we are going to. So to know that path, you have to execute this statement. Once you execute this statement, here you will get the some path names. There only we can. Suppose if client requested you to generate in their custom tab, we have to check with the DBA guys. Then the DB will help on that. Yeah. So the workaround is there, but we need to work with the DB person. So okay, please note down. Yeah. Select to value from $v parameter where name equal. This is the lowercase. Don't write in uppercase. Yeah. Util underscore file underscore dir. Util underscore file underscore dir. Okay. Step 2. Develop a procedure. Step 2. Develop procedure. Step 2. Develop procedure. Okay, don't write anything here. Just look into the screen. Okay. I will ask you some queries. Okay. Create or replace procedure. Then I'm taking XX ATD underscore. We'll write a user underscore OB outbound. User underscore OB underscore I'm taking my name. We are sending the our Oracle apps users data to third party people. User underscore OB underscore Bakina my name. So tell me here what are the two mandatory parameters to develop any procedure? We should take two parameters. One is the
In and out,
error, error buff.
error buffer.
Red code.
Okay. ఎవరు in and out అని చెప్తున్నారు. Don't say that word. ఓకేనా ఎర్రర్ బఫ్ అండ్ రెడ్ కోడ్. That is a parameter mode. In, out or in, out. Then the second one is the red code, out, number data type. These two are the mandatory. So later here, we'll work on the value set. At that time, we'll pass our custom parameters. Later, we'll work on that. Then is, okay. So now here, I'm declaring one variable. Look into my screen carefully here. L underscore file. L underscore file underscore type. This is my local variable name. You can take any name here, no problem. So whenever you declare any variable, normally we'll take a number data type or will declare with the varchar to or will declare with the date. Correct na? We know this. How to declare the variable in the anonymous block or procedure or package. But here I'm taking some different format. Util underscore file underscore type. What is the meaning of that?
UTL underscore file format. All format, all columns and file formats are initiated to this one.
What is the UTL file? Okay, forget about this. Yeah, I'm developing one package. Create or replace. I'm writing one package. XX ATD underscore some okay na customer underscore load. Okay na some package name here is I'm declaring one variable L underscore customer varchar 2 of some okay na 4000 bytes. And this is my package spec here. Like that, I developed one package. So now here, okay, na? Yeah, okay, na? Some G underscore customer. I'm declaring one more variable. Oh, okay, na? You can declare varchar2 of 4000 bytes. This is the one way to declare the variable. The second way is instead of declaring the varchar to 4000, what I'm doing, I'm okay, na? Taking this package name dot this variable name L underscore customer. So can I declare like that? So instead of declaring with the direct data type varchar to 4000, I want to refer from another package. Can I go like that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is possible. At runtime, what will happen? Whatever the value in that variable in that package, so that value will that means will okay, replace at runtime. So finally, when you're running the programs, this entire script will replace with the varchar to 4000. It's called as the reusability. It's called as the reusability here. Instead of declaring every time, I can refer that to structure. But varchar to 4000 is a simple, no problem. But in real time, we have the complex data types like a PL SQL record type, then PL SQL table type, nested objects, and VRA. It's a very complicated here. Okay, na? So instead of declaring every time, it's a developer impossible here. Quote 2003 lines ఉంటాయి వేరియబుల్ డిక్లరేషన్ ఐ కాంట్ డిక్లేర్ ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ దట్ మచ్ లెంత్ స్క్రిప్ట్స్ then the best practice is the okay na refer that declare that in the package specification whenever you want in the next time. So instead of declaring again, okay na, then just to refer that package name that variable. So automatically the structure will copy to your local variable. This is my local variable. L file type is my local variable. So whatever the structure, whatever the size, whatever the data type and the size, that will copy to my local variable. So simply, yeah. So it's called as the reusability. మన oops అంటాం కదా object oriented programming system. So it's called as the reusability instead of wasting the time there. Okay, na? So now here, whatever the data type and whatever the size in this package, ETL file is the PL SQL package or a API. So file underscore type is the one of the variable. So whatever the data type and whatever the size, so that will come to my local variable. I don't want to declare again. ఓకేనా సో దట్స్ ఓకేనా రీజబిలిటీ చాలా బాగుంటుంది మనకి అది దెన్ ఐఎమ్ డిక్లేరింగ్ వన్ వేరియబుల్ ఎల్ అండర్ స్కోర్ ఫైల్ అండర్ స్కోర్ టైప్ నవ్ యా ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ విత్ ద బిగిన్ సో హియర్ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ వన్ స్క్రిప్ట్ utl underscore file. It's a package dot fopen. In this package, fopen is the one of the subprogram, nothing but a function. Fopen is one of the subprogram. It is a function, yeah. So this fopen, it's already developed by the Oracle. It will take a 3 parameters. The first parameter is the directory path. So directory path, you will get it from this table. The path is here I want to generate my file /usr /tmp, nothing but a user temp folder. So first parameter we have to pass directory path. The second parameter where you want to generate the file attd underscore users underscore ramo dot csv. With this name I want to generate a file. Suppose in this path user underscore temp, suppose this file already exists, then it will overwrite. Listen here carefully. In this path, by mistake, if the file is already there, then the Oracle will override that path. Then the third is called as the mode. I am going to give the write mode. We have Oracle will support the 3 modes. Modes in util underscore file. It will support R. R means read. A very rare case here. Instead of the R, we can use the SQL star loader. Some little performance issues, so don't use it. Then most of the times we'll use the W. That's called a write mode. We are going to write the data. Then that's the third option is the append. It's called as the A. So one more is the RB read binary. Suppose some images are there, maybe image files or zip files or PDF files, then RB will support WB, write binary. Write binary. A real example here, your photo is there in the database. A photo will store in which data type in the table? Photo. Photo is the image. Which data type will support photo?
PNG.
Blob. Are you remembering that? Blob data type. Binary, large object. So blob you can't read it here. Man చూడలేము. Select a star from a blob, column name రాదు మీకు data. Select e name from EMP, you can view the data. Select that blob column from a table, no, that attachment won't appear, that won't support. Then we are going to use the UTL file. With that, we are going to download the attachments. అంటే ఆ ఫోటో అనేది మీరు సర్వర్లోకి డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు చాలా బాగుంటుంది అది యూటీఎల్ ఫైల్ విత్ డబ్ల్యూబి రైట్ బైనరీ ఎక్సలెంట్గా ఉంటుంది అసలు కోడ్ మాత్రం మీకు సో దట్ మీన్స్ ఇమేజెస్ వీ కెన్ డౌన్లోడ్ టు ద లోకల్ మెషిన్ నెక్స్ట్ ఇయర్ ఏబి append binary append binary okay 6 modes will support by the Oracle. So R for read binary is a read, W for write, మనం ఎక్కువ యూజ్ చేసేది రైట్ ఫార్మాట్. Most of the times we'll work on the W, right? Then A for append. Just now I told na, already there is a file. If you give the W, it will overwrite. I don't want to overwrite. I want to append the data. Then we can use the A append. Read binary, let's say images, WB images, and AB also for images like zip files or JPG or PDF documents. For that, we can use the binary format. So here I'm going to use the W. So now tell me here what will happen. Fopen will take a 3 parameters, directory path. The first parameter is the directory path. The second parameter is the file name. With what name we are going to create a file. Suppose if by mistake if the file is there, it will overwrite or it will append depending upon the mode. If you pass the W, it will overwrite. If you pass the A, it will append the data. So this fopen command will create this file in this directory path under the user term and open the file and give the right permissions. మనకు ఓకేనా రైట్ పర్మిషన్ ఇచ్చేసి పడేస్తుంది మనకు ఓకేనా దట్ విల్ గివ్ ద రైట్ పర్మిషన్స్ సో దిస్ ద పక్క ఇంటర్వ్యూ క్వశ్చన్ హియర్ వాట్ ఎఫ్ ఓపెన్ విల్ డూ ఎఫ్ ఓపెన్ విల్ టేక్ ఏ 3 parameters so based on the parameters it will create the file under the particular directory path and open the file and give the right permissions అంటే ఫైల్కి మనకు రైట్ పర్మిషన్ ఇచ్చి పడేస్తుంది మనకు. Okay. So this fopen is the function. Function should return a value. So I'm storing to my local variable. This one, yeah. Fopen will return the 3 values. Your directory path, your file name, mode. So these 3 values I can store in the single variable L underscore file underscore type. So how it is possible? ఒక వేరియబుల్ 3 వాల్యూస్ను స్టోర్ చేసుకుంటుందా? Is that possible or not? చెప్పాలి మీరు. ఈ ఎల్ అండర్ స్కోర్ ఫైల్ టైప్ అనేది ఒక వేరియబుల్. ఆ వేరియబుల్ 3 వాల్యూస్ను స్టోర్ చేసుకోవడానికి మనం చేయగలుగుతామా? కోడ్ రాయగలుగుతామా?
No, no, it is not possible.
చేయొచ్చు సార్.
ఇది దట్స్ రైట్. ఎలా చెప్పండి? పిఎల్ సీక్వెల్ రికార్డ్ గుర్తుందా మీకు? అది మీరు ఇలా డిక్లేర్ చేసుకోండి. టైప్ నేమ్ ఎల్ అండర్ స్కోర్ సమ్ కస్టమర్ అనుకుంది, ఏదో ఒకటి ఎగ్జామ్ టైప్ నేమ్ ఈజ్ రికార్డ్. ఇక్కడ మీ 3 వేరియబుల్స్ డిక్లేర్ చేసుకోండి. కస్టమర్ నేమ్ వేర్ క్యాట్ బ్లా బ్లా, నెక్స్ట్ అడ్రస్ 1, దెన్ వేర్ క్యాట్, దెన్ సిటీ వేర్ క్యాట్, సంథింగ్ సైజ్ ఎంత ఇవ్వండి, సైజ్ ఎంత, అంతే, దట్స్ ఇట్. ఈ ఎల్ అండర్ స్కోర్ కస్ట్ అనేది ఒక వేరియబుల్. ఇట్స్ నెంబరు వేర్ క్యాట్ కాదు, ఇది ఒక కస్టమ్ డేటా టైప్. దీని కింద మళ్ళీ సబ్ వేరియబుల్స్ ఉన్నాయి, సబ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్. వీటి సబ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అంటాం మనం, లేదంటే ఎలిమెంట్స్ అనుకోండి, మీకు ఈజీగా ఉంటుంది. ఈ మెయిన్ వేరియబుల్ కింద మళ్ళీ 3 వేరియబుల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. కస్టమర్ నేమ్ అనేది ఒక వేరియబుల్, అడ్రస్ 1 అనేది ఒక వేరియబుల్, సిటీ అనేది ఇంకొక వేరియబుల్. ఓకేనా? సో విత్ దట్ సేమ్ ఇయర్ ఫైల్ టైప్ ఆల్సో సేమ్. ఇట్స్ ఎ పిఎల్ సీక్వెల్ రికార్డ్. It has the 3 variables. Or simply again the better word is the element, sub elements. Okay, so now this file type can support 3 variable values. So that's called as the PL SQL record type. So Nagaraj pakka cheppintaడు అది మీకు. Okay, no need to discuss that. Okay, so now here till now util underscore file dot fopen will take a 3 parameters. The first parameter is the directory path. How to get the directory path? By writing the SQL statement. This SQL statement will let you know about the server path. Then copy that path, then paste here. It's a case sensitive. Always okay, Linux server path is the case sensitive. The second parameter is the file name. With what name you are going to generate. The third parameter is the mode. Always okay, we are using the outbound. Outbound means it's writing the data. W. Okay, now yeah. For I'm writing a for cursor. No need to declare. For REC in select user underscore name, comma, user underscore ID, comma, ఇంకేమైనా మన కారం చెప్పండి. యూజర్లో select star from fnd underscore user table, username, We will take the start date also. Uh, start underscore date from fnd underscore user. I want to send this data to third-party people, yeah? Whatever the users are there in the Oracle applications. Then keep in the loop, end loop. Right. Suppose 5,000 records are there here in the fnd user table. This loop will repeat 5,000 times. Listen here carefully. The loop will repeat 5,000. Here I'm writing the command utl underscore file dot put underscore line. Okay. So till now we learned three packages. dbms underscore output dot put underscore line. For what purpose? Huh? What for what purpose?
To print the message output fetch.
No. To print a message in the buffer, only in the buffer, SQL developer. Then, okay, now the second thing is fnd underscore file dot put underscore line. For what purpose? ఇప్పుడు మీరు చెప్పారు కదా చెప్పండి అది ఆన్సర్ టు ప్రింట్ మెసేజెస్ ఇన్ ద వి అవుట్పుట్ అండ్ వి లాగ్ దెన్ ద థర్డ్ వన్ ఇస్ ద టుడే వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు లెర్న్ హియర్ యూటీఎల్ ఫైల్ డాట్ పుట్ లైన్. So finally, we learned three packages. This is the foundation level, database level in the buffer. The in Oracle applications, this V output and V log will use the fnd file that put line. So, but I want to generate in my own path, my own file. Then utility level, util underscore file that same here, put line. But database level, foundation level, it's Oracle control. Utility. Utility means your utility, your choice. Okay, na? So at that time, we'll use the UTL file. Please remember here, DBM pakka interview question. DBMS fnd file dot put line, UTL file dot put line. Put line is the same word, but levels where you want to generate. Okay, na? So I want to write the data. This data, whatever the data I'm getting from the database, this data I want to write in this file. ఈ ఫైల్లో నేను రైట్ చేయాలి డేటాను ఓకేనా దెన్ యూటీఎల్ ఫైల్ అట్ పుట్ లైన్ సో where this file is there under the path user temp so these three variables already okay na storing in the l underscore file type instead of okay na specifying again this lengthy or command simply I can give my file name sorry my variable name this variable already storing the directory path, file name and mode. Again, I don't want to specify. Again, I don't want to pass those values. Then I'm going to pass the data rec dot user underscore name. Okay. So this is my cursor variables rec. Okay. Now you can take a j or x, anything here. It can support. No need to declare that. Dynamically it can support. It's called as the for cursor. No need to declare, no need to fetch, no need to open. Directly can keep in the loop. So best practice are make easy to write a for cursors. For some variable, no need to declare that variable, your column names. Then rec dot username. Then I want to make it as a comma separated. Then rec dot user underscore id. Then concatenate comma separated rec dot start underscore date. So whatever the columns are there, that many times you have to use the concatenate operator and give the comma. So suppose 5,000 records are there here, 5,000 times this command will fire. It will write record by record. So okay na? So at the end of the file, yeah. So total 5,000 records written in the data file, then it will come out from the loop. So once it will come out from the loop, still the file is open. Still the file is open. So you have to call util underscore file dot fclose. I don't want to keep that file open here. Then pass the same variable. Which file you want to close it. Okay. Then at last end. That's it. Yeah. Okay. So mainly three operations. The first operation is the open. With that, we are going to create a file under the particular util file directory path and open the file and give the right permissions. Then keep your keep your code in the loop and call the put underscore line. With that put underscore line, we are going to write your data, whatever the columns and whatever the tables. At last, so still the file is opened here. So we need to close the file. Then only I can access from other systems. So if the file is opened, then it will be locked. Then you have to close your file. Yeah. So